Good morning. This is Scott at Twice Baked Pottery, and today we're going to throw some mugs. I've got about 1 pound and 4 ounces of clay here on the wheel. First thing I do is I center it. Then we open up the clay. And compress the bottom a bit. Then using a whole lot of water and a sponge in my right hand. The first pull I do with my left hand, I call it the claw. I was taught by an old potter how to do that, and it's a great technique. Make sure the side walls are always wet. And then the second pull, I'm using my knuckle on the outside, my index finger on the inside to pull the wall up and shape it. And to create a foot using a special tool, take the water out of the inside of the mug. I'm going to put a little bit of a swirly on the side. And then I just compress and smooth the rim. Cut underneath it using a wire tool, and we've got the cup of our mug. Next thing tomorrow, we'll put the handle on. Thanks much. Hello. I'm picking up from where we left off yesterday. I now have some mugs that are leather hard, and I'm going to trim underneath them, and then we're going to put some handles on in a little bit. So I'm using what's called a Griffin grip, which grabs hold of the mug for me, and then I'm just going to trim and clean up the bottom a little bit. And this is a pretty quick process, but fairly important. Otherwise, you're going to have a mug that's going to rock and roll, and not in a good way. So I've just smoothed the bottom, put my little stamp in it, and we'll put a handle on it in a little bit. Okay, we're about to put a handle on a mug. First thing, you want to have a coil. You're going to cut off about 1.5 inches to 2 inches of the coil, and then you're going to roll it between your hands to create kind of a cone. You throw it against the mat a couple of times, tap it on the sides and on the front so that it looks kind of like a triangle. Grab one of your mugs that's already trimmed. You put the triangle into a bucket of water. Warm water is best. Let it soak for a little bit, not too long. Take it out without even scoring the mug. I'm going to wiggle it back and forth onto the mug at the top, and then I'm smoothing the base of it, the top, the sides, making sure that the clay is wrapped underneath real nice. And we're going to lift this up again. Now I tip the mug on its side so that that triangle is hanging down. Using a whole lot of water, I'm just going to keep stretching the handle while it's attached to the mug. It's what we call pulling off the mug. It is one of the best ways to put a handle on a mug. It stays connected real well, and you get a nice handle. So once you've got enough there, you tip it down, you hook it in at the bottom, press it in real nice, and then I always just curl the bottom to kind of create a little bit of a curly Q. Kind of smooth again at the top, And there we go. Then I'll dry it upside down so that gravity will keep its shape.